Malaysians in Singapore are getting ready to return home to vote in the country's general election, happening in about 3 weeks.
Already, some are planning earlier trips to avoid the causeway jam and pricier flights for that weekend. Lisha Rodney with more.
Coach ticket booked and she's packing her bags. Valerie Ng is looking forward to returning to her hometown Malacca in November. But this time she will be joined by many of her compatriot friends also returning to Malaysia to cast their votes.
So as soon as the voting day out, so I just quickly get my ticket online. At a point of time, I think the seats are still available, but per my friends, it's quite difficult to get a seat right now. They will have to look for other options, for example, like carpool or, probably like travel to JB first and then from JB take a coach back to Malacca.
This trip will see her taking more days off work as she plans to cross the causeway earlier to beat the traffic jams. Others are also choosing to fly. The Singapore Airlines website shows tickets to Kuala Lumpur are 10% more expensive during the polling weekend at about $500. This compared to a typical weekend during the year-end holidays. Meanwhile, businesses are also chipping in to help their Malaysian workers exercise their right to vote. The Singapore Logistics Association says many of its more than 600 member firms are ready to let Malaysians take a day off.
Companies that we spoke to have told us that they will exercise flexibility depending on the workers' needs, including adjustment to their work hours, time off, or leave. Then they can make necessary adjustment within their existing workforce to ensure that it's business as usual. That include, having existing workforce do overtime, to cater to different work arrangement.
Malaysians make up the largest migrant population in Singapore. About 1 million of them live and work in the country as of 2020.